Hello. Hello, Steven. Okay, what was I doing? I was trying to... Okay, these didn't work at all. Okay. All right, hello. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. I'm still working on the bow and arrow stuff. I'm trying to fix a bug where it's not letting me aim properly, so I need to basically like adjust this animation to have one that's aiming up and one that's aiming down. And I tried that on Tuesday and it wasn't working properly, so we're gonna try it again. I know that there's a Mixamo Blender add-on. That's what I want. So there should be a where is it? Download the add-on. Okay. Cool. Then edit preferences, add-ons. Install from disk. Okay, so it should be, where'd that get saved? Okay, so it should be 30377. Go. Had an error. Yeah. Dang. It must be an older version. That stinks. Yeah, there's supposed to be a oh yeah, they haven't updated it in a long time actually. It's supposed to be a plugin for I have to like manually go in and fix I guess a typo in the okay, let's hold on. Extract, and then where is it? It's in Mixamo rig lib version, and then we're gonna open it with good old Notepad++, and then let's see. They're saying to do this, but that looks exactly the same to me. Let's try this again. Is Blender still trying to use it? No, I still have. Do I still have the Notepad? Nope. That's why I want it. Okay. Okay, it didn't freak out that time, I think. Where is it? Did it not add? It's not showing up as an add-on here. Oh, okay, I see. There we go. I Yeah, we got the Mixamo tab here. So we should be able to grab this one. This is really annoying. I have my taskbar set to auto hide, but it doesn't always auto hide, and this option is the last one in the list, and it doesn't always show up. All right, we want this one. Yeah, there we go. And then we can create control rig. Whoa, didn't like that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's kind of annoying. Oh, okay, hold on. Source skeleton. Create control rig. Error. Pose bone object has no attributes. No, it's not. Oh, okay. I think maybe what I need to do is... Nope. Okay. I'm gonna duplicate this. We'll create the control rig from that one. Okay, that didn't freak out. Hey, is it not connecting? That's annoying. Okay, I think it's just because the plugin is old. Probably. I'll have to look into
Miximo is
okay, let's okay, I'm using a slightly older version of Blender. I might need to upgrade it to get this to work. The way I wanted to. Yeah, let's switch this to Euler XYZ. Because quaternions are not exactly what I want. I did that on the wrong one. Wanted to do that on aim up. Did I not? let's try it. Just see how it works. I mean, it's kind of more or less what I did last time, too. Mention. Actually, I'm gonna duplicate that and make him down as well. What? I am confused here. Oh, weird. Okay. So these bones got, they have both quaternion and Euler angle rotations keyed on them, which is not what I want. Okay. And if I switch this to up, delete the quaternion ones. Only with the Euler ones. Okay, that's what I wanted. All right. Export animation. Low, aim up, down, and then we only want those two. See, armature. Okay. Don't know if this is gonna work. Did that even export? Says it's there. So aim A up down. Okay, there it is. Okay, and then let's see. It's got both those. Animations, let's set these to loop. And then got our armature. Okay. Seems to have worked. Yo, how's it going? Final phase? Been a while since I've seen you. I'm good. Working on adding bow and arrow to my game. Okay. I went in and edited some Mixamo animations. Let's see. I think I need to save these externally, actually. Yeah, I get it. So aim up and aim down. All right, now I should be able to grab those. Bow aim up. Bow aim down. Don't think we want that one. Okay. Nice. Okay. So now we should be able to set up a blend space between this, and this. Actually, the down might not be aimed down far enough. Let's fix that. There we go. And I probably need to re-import it again. Then now. No, it's because I exported it as the wrong file. Just want to override that one. There we go. And then Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. So now we gotta go in the animation tree. I actually have to convert this to a blend space. We wanted between -1 and 1. So we'll say here, add animation, aim down, and then 1 at 0, which is just draw idle, and then another one. Okay. And then this will be aim. So now if I go in here, aim up, we can aim down. I still feel like the down isn't quite enough, but it might be fine. Okay. I might need to add a filter on this one because I don't want the whole spine enabled. I'm not sure what the best way to change that is. It's probably just through here. Let's see. Angle. And then we'll say set yeah, we want that, I think. Player states. No aim. And I should just be able to aim. What the heck? Still getting some funky collision on the arrows. Not quite right. Shooting at the camera. Okay. Let's look at the remote here. It like almost kind of worked for a second. Okay, so it's only doing it. Oh yeah, that's in the enter state. That needs to be an update state. That's part of it. Actually, no, that this should entirely be inside the. Well, okay, hold on. Yeah, let's put this in this state as well. guess we can invert this. Get the fire arrows like in Ocarina of Time. Shoot the sun. Okay, so we still need a lot of work, but this is like a step in the right direction. Because ideally what we wanted to do is when you draw an arrow, if you're not locked on, it should recenter the camera, but also like put it a little closer in. And while you're drawing the bow, it should put you in it should put you in strafe mode, like when you're locked on. And then obviously like this needs to be slower. And also like the camera should be tied 1-to-1 with the aim. So the camera should move faster when you're aiming. And the actual aim itself should be slower, and then looking left and right should also turn the character like that. Right now I'm using both sticks to do this, which is not ideal. And then we also, I think the aim should be, it should be incremented every frame instead of like 1-to-1 with the stick. But again, step in the right direction. We have aiming up and down. And that's pretty neat. Did I just do ladder storage? That is funny. I just watched a video about ladder storage in Dark Souls 1 and how you can use it to escape the kill of the first flame after beating Gwyn. And I just did it in my game too, I think. It might have been something else, but definitely seemed like I snapped to the ladder's position. But yeah, apparently in Dark Souls 1, if you backstab an enemy next to a ladder while pushing up to climb, or like while pushing the climb button, it like stores your position when you entered the ladder, and it like doesn't update your stored position at all until you like hit a loading screen or get hit. So if you could get ladder storage and then make it all the way to the final boss of the game without triggering a load screen or taking a hit, then if you quit out right when you beat the final boss, you can continue playing without going to New Game Plus. Okay, I want to be able to break the pots by shooting them. I think I just need to add the arrow as a damage type for the pots. They might be on the wrong layer. I did some funky stuff with the layers, so it might not. Okay, mask layer 4. We should probably mask player attack and enemy attack. And then should do that in the prefab. And then in the health, we just add the arrow as one of the damage types. And now we should be able to shoot pots and break them by shooting them. Not quite. I did shoot the pot. Okay, it does work. It's just a little janky. It doesn't always work properly. Also, sometimes you can shoot the bow when you're not in the right state, and that's kind of weird. And because of the way the aiming works, it is very difficult to actually shoot this guy. Oh, I did it. Nice. Okay, so I think I need to make sure that when, like, after I fire an arrow, or if I cancel out of firing an arrow, I go back to the idle state. Because it's really annoying to, oh boy, type mismatch. What is this? Whoa. Okay, something in the editor is being janky because it should not be getting that many errors. Okay, we'll just reboot Godot. But yeah, I definitely want to figure out that Blender Mixamo plugin, because that will make some of this stuff a lot easier in the future. Okay. Go aim. Just change this to idle. Okay, there's something messed up with one of the meshes, I guess. That's kind of annoying. And then... Okay. Drawing the bow does not put away, or drawing the sword does not put away the bow. That is an easy fix, but it looks funny. Okay. So that I need to go in the equipment manager. Where is that? That's in the player. I have so many nodes on this player, it's so unwieldy. Equipment manager. Okay. Okay. Equip sword and shield. Okay. So I've been considering how I want to redo some of the controls. I'm not in love with the auto jump. I think I want to make the A button jump and the B button roll. So right now B doesn't do anything. And I think I'm somewhat leaning towards the Souls-like style where if you tap it you roll, if you hold it you sprint. Thinking sort of like a hybrid between a Souls-like and Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. We're about to have ads. Now they did get saving and loading working, which is pretty nice. I also think part of the reason why aiming is a little janky is because the actual like shooting animation like overrides some of the spine animation. I wonder if some way to filter the bones in the actual I might be able to do it in the animation player, but I might actually have to I'm gonna save this, call this aiming up down tweets, and then I'll do a similar thing. Sometimes you just have to reboot Windows Explorer. Okay, it went away now. It's kind of annoying. It's gonna go away again. Only had to move it off the screen. I've been in the process of transitioning some of my other stuff to Linux. I haven't switched my main stuff, my main computer here, because there's a lot of Windows specific programs that I use. But the goal is to eventually not use Windows anymore if I can avoid it. I'm just gonna delete these channels here. Just turn them off here. All right. Cool. I think that's what I wanted. Kind of hard to tell because of the. I have to move the camera in order to aim, and so it's hard to see if it's actually. It's like kind of doing what I want. I did the ladder storage again. Don't know exactly how I did it, but that is a strange bug. What if we get rid of the hip rotation on this one as well? Oh, no, we need that. Because the hips are the root, which is not how I ideally would have set this up. Because I normally give my models their own root bone. That is not the hips. Interesting. If the hip position like clips it into the floor a little bit. And then I want to see if I can repro the ladder storage, because I really want to figure out why it's doing that. That is not a bug I want to ship with. Not that I'm shipping anytime soon, but you know. I might need to shorten the shooting animation too. I'm not crazy about it. Also, it's weird that it's letting me shoot the bow when it's not in the aiming state. I think I know why. I think it's just the bow directly listening for the buttons and doesn't care what state it's in. Kind of looked like when I did that ledge grab, I had some kind of weird storage too. So I grabbed on the corner, not where I was standing. It's funny when I zoomed in when I was close to the when I Z targeted close to this, you can't see anything. It's just this big silly head. Okay, I'm starting to hit the point in this where I might need to start making hierarchical states instead of just regular finite states, because I want to be able to be aiming and walking at the same time. I was kind of hoping I could avoid it, but I might need to redo a big chunk of my state machine. And I don't want to do that, but I think I need to in order to get some of the behaviors to work the way I want them to. And so I don't have to make like a bunch of weird compound states where it's like, this is the walking state when you have the bow drawn, and this is the walking state when you are locked on with your sword equipped. And it's like, I want the states to be able to handle themselves, if that makes sense. I think I need a bow cancel animation, maybe. That's weird. I'm just having fun playing around. Okay, so I think some interactions need to force the player to unequip all gear. It's like if I had the sword and shield out. Yeah, like he should put those away when he enters the pushing and pulling state. has the bombs. It's been such a long time since I've done some of this stuff. Okay, cool. Yes, got the bombs. Okay, taking the bombs also needs to stow any equipment. That shouldn't be too bad. I think we just need to have we probably just need a stow all function. And that probably needs the interactor. Okay. I think in this begin interaction, we probably can just say equipment manager dot stow all equipment. Does climbing the ladder also? Okay. It does put away the sword and shield, but it doesn't put away the bow. Is that happening in this state? Or is that let's see. Ladder. I made states for them, but it doesn't look like they... Oh, okay, I see. don't have bombs on it. So since the bomb goes through the interaction manager, it automatically stowed the bow and the sword and shield, which is nice. So at this current juncture, with needing to refactor a lot of the states, I'm debating whether or not I should completely redo my player character controller and keep all the states in one file. I know that's like kind of not what I had planned on doing, but it's just getting really complex and stuff is spread across a whole bunch of scripts, and changing stuff requires changing a bunch of files now. And I'm wondering if it would be simpler if like the player had all the states as like enums and functions inside of it. And that way I could more or less have like multiple state machines inside of the player. I don't know. Making video games is complicated. It's like you have to program so many different little things that all conflict with each other. You gotta be a galaxy brain to do it sometimes. But yeah, I think in theory I like the states each being their own node, but in practice it is such a pain in the butt. Because I just have all these scripts, so many scripts, and they all reference each other. And at this point I made these ladder states, and then I ended up just making a separate one that's called ladder climb that handles it. So that kind of shows me where we were getting like push pull is one state instead of being one for push and one for pull. So like I'm already kind of not using the state machine the way that I should be. Same with swimming, like swim idle was all the swimming. I never bothered with a landing state. But yeah, doing stuff with like, I want to be able to shield and walk at the same time. Or and I've kind of handled like walking and jumping while you're holding an item. But yeah, I think I just need to kind of completely refactor the player at this point, which sucks. Because I made it so complicated. I think I'm probably gonna wrap up here. It's my brain starting to melt, and I will do more thinking about what I want to do next over the weekend, and maybe have come to a decision by Tuesday next week. So yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday. And maybe have a plan, or at least inklings of a plan. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Let's see. Who should we raid? It looks like Barry just started a bit ago. He's playing Bits and Bops or Raid Reb. Any preferences? They've both been going about the same amount of time. Or Raid Reb. Let's go say hi to Reb, and yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday. Bye.